March 29th, 2020. I feel like this month has lasted forever. Honestly, it's probably been the longest month of my life. Last night was my first night alone in quarantine because Vanessa was at Josh's, and honestly, I absolutely loved it. I definitely am on the cusp of extrovert and introvert. I just liked being by myself, watching TV, journaling, cooking dinner. I called Arya and Sophia and I genuinely felt really at peace, which is weird considering how chaotic the world is right now. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm pretty proud of myself during this quarantine, even if it is only day 12. But I'm not just wasting my day. I'm working out and I'm bettering myself. Granted, I haven't done a single lick of schoolwork whatsoever, but I'll take what I can get. I think I'm becoming more sure of myself and who I'm around. More sure of my interests and surrounding myself with like-minded people. This makes me more eager to move forward and go through this crazy transition in life. I love LA with a passion, and who knows, maybe I'll end up here again one day. But for now, I'm really excited to move to Chicago. I think it'll offer great opportunities and many different people. I did a lot of isolation my 4 years of college, and I tended to blame it on the people I chose to be isolated with because I thought they would give me everything I needed and wanted. I guess that's the naivete dropping in again. This is the first time I've really recognized that. Funny how imposed isolation makes you realize you've been isolating yourself for years. In times like these, how cliche of me to say, you really do have to look for the silver lining in everything you do. For Grandpa, it's being able to drink wine every night with Grandma's approval. For me, it's using this time to grow and think about my past and future. This is some eat, pray, love bullshit, except I'm in my kitchen, not India.
Sunday, March 29th. Week 13 of the year, lockdown week 2, virtual learning week 4, coronavirus in Lebanon week 6. Bullet points. My gratitude is for planning. My reading was To Rise Again at a Decent Hour to page 180. Did not meditate nor did yoga. Listened to Swan's Way. Had 2 mimosas. And did not write nor did I spend. I was up at 6:45, but that was late because daylight savings times began today. I baked bread, made some energy balls out of peanut butter and flax and different things I had around the house. And the reason I said I'm grateful for planning is because the days are getting a bit long now. Given that I've taken lockdown very seriously, I haven't gone outside for 2 weeks. I've begun to research buying land, maybe building an earthship. There's 6 acres on MacArthur Road, right near where the condo is. And I'm starting to think ahead to days when I can plant a garden and be outside because I'm realizing that's what I really miss.
April 1st, 2020. It's really April already. On the bright side, it's 23 degrees here and sunny, and no one ever goes to our pool. I've added another thing to my daily routine. Drink more water. This is something I've definitely struggled with, so I'm hoping this time will make me better. Who knows? I say that with literally everything. I've seemingly done/am in the process of doing so much for myself, yet I have not so much as looked at any school assignments. COVID-19 coupled with college-level senioritis is not a good match. And I have that 9 to 11 page paper due Tuesday. This is going to be a shit show. I've been watching Vanessa study for her exam all week while I've been alternating between the dining room table, if you can even really call it that, and the couch. My phone battery is worsening due to all the use, and my mind keeps flicking between Sudoku, social media, and the painful reality that we have no idea how much longer we have to do this. It's a pretty scary thought. I wish I was taking classes that were graded off tests, but then again, I'm literally only taking 1 real class, so I need to stop complaining. As I always seem to talk about, a lot of good has come out of this quarantine. Let's see what I have to say about this in another 2 weeks. Blake and I are kind of talking again. Not really. It's just, what's up? How are you? What are you doing? And the occasional, you shouldn't be outside, as I lay alone by the apartment pool that no one ever uses. I did just give him insanity, so maybe that will add something exciting to the conversation. Speaking of, the quarantine has kept my insanity on track, and Vanessa and I are killing the workouts. By being at home, I'm also more able to be more mindful of what I eat. Kind of. I've rehashed my love for cereal, PB&J, and eggs, so I have a lot to look forward to.
Wednesday, 1st of April, week 14, yoga week 2, lockdown week 3, virtual learning week 5, Lebanon, Corona week 6. Bullet points: I'm grateful for going outside. Reading, I'm reading To Rising in a Decent Hour to page 226. I did not meditate, but I did do yoga, day 12. And I bought some things at Score and Starbucks, delivery. I was up at 4:30. John sent us Greg's April Fool's schedule. It's funny how news from Lebanon reaches the U.S. before I even know about it. It's weird. People are wearing masks. You can't go into the store without getting your temperature taken. But it does seem to be working here in Lebanon. I've been recording the cases every day. We're now at 479 cases and 14 have died.
April 12th, 2020. I had a bit of a breakdown a few days ago. Alex called me because one of his professors was explaining that people who are frustrated or becoming pessimistic at this time will probably be having a hard time right now and might not reach out. So it's on them to reach out to people like that and make sure they're okay. So he called me. I thought I was handling this whole thing pretty well, but it turns out I'm not. I've been inside for 25 days now with no end in sight. So I broke down on the phone. I haven't really cried about what's happening and have very much played it cool, so I guess I haven't been as true to myself as I thought. I tried to process why I was crying, and I came up with this. I have no idea when I'm going to see my family again. The Lebanese airport is totally shut down, and no one knows when it will be open. I feel absolutely horrible that John is alone in Wisconsin. He told me he's really lonely because the only human interaction he has is with the grandparents, once a week, while they drink a beer, 6 feet away, and then go home. He's having a hard time talking to his friends because of the different time zones. As a big sister, I feel really guilty. I feel like I should be in Wisconsin with him so he's not alone, but I'd need to move out if I were to move now. John said he wished he could help me move, which only made me more convinced he needs me now. I should probably think about this more. This quarantine is also really fucking up my eating habits. We go ham on food at night, snacking and having dessert as we watch all the TV we can find. Then we wake up full as hell and aren't hungry until the next night, and then we just do it again because we haven't eaten all day. It feels like an endless cycle because I'm almost sure that even if I ate during the day, I'd still go ham at night, so I just don't know what to do. I can't figure this shit out on my own. Get me out of here.
Sunday, April 12th, week 15, yoga week 3, lockdown week 4, virtual learning week 6, Corona in Lebanon week 7. Bullet points: I'm grateful for the videos of my kids. I've been reading Chocolat to page 18. Did not do yoga, nor did I meditate or listen to anything. Cases in Lebanon are up to 630. Dad has to get his treatment tomorrow, which always makes me a little anxious because now he's got to go to the hospital by himself. They won't let my mom in with him, which is fine, but I just don't like that he drives back alone after he's been pumped so full of drugs for his cancer treatment. He's also given some sedatives, so it's probably not safe for him to drive home, but I guess it's only 30 minutes, and he's been able to manage pretty well. But again, times like these, I just keep hoping I can get back to help out my family. I know that my kids will need some help this summer, and it's hard not to be able to plan to be there for family at this time.
April 16th, 2020. I finally did laundry today. Well, I did one load because the thought of doing all my laundry was overwhelming, but I was actually productive. I did yoga on Zoom. Funny how people realize they can get away with not having their camera on anymore. But I have a feeling if I turned my camera off, I'd be told to turn it back on. Plus, turning it off would probably motivate me to just lie on my yoga mat not doing any of the moves, so I keep it on for now. Then I cleaned my room. I took off all my sheets and sprayed my bed so I could do laundry after I worked out. The laundry went smoothly until I went to go take my clothes from the dryer. There was a guy putting his clothes in the washer, so I just waited outside of the laundry room until he was done. When he came out, I went in, but then he came back in and stood right by me. Did you not notice me trying to social distance? Do you not understand the importance of staying 6 feet away? I have not been cooped up in my 800 square foot apartment for almost 5 weeks for you to take that away from me in a laundry room. He kept noticing me moving away from him, but didn't get the hint. Maybe he just thought I was a bitch. Anyways, the whole situation got me wondering what human interaction will be like after this. That sentence seriously made me sound like an alien. Are we going to be afraid to go near one another? When can we hug each other again? Will this pandemic alter the way we interact with one another? I don't know, but I'm curious to see how it all plays out. Right now, all I know is that I really miss people. My physical touch love language is seriously deprived right now. I miss hugs, I miss cuddles. I wish someone would or could hold my hand or let me put my head on their shoulder while I cry through this. By the end of this quarantine, who knows? I might be desperately wishing for a slobbery kiss on the cheek from Grandma. That's how you know I've been desperately lacking.
Thursday, 16th of April, week 16, lockdown week 5, Corona in Lebanon week 8, and it's our spring break. We were supposed to be arriving back from Vietnam today, and it's a little sad that was canceled, but our staycation was actually generally okay. Bullet points: I'm grateful for friends and family. I read Chocolat to 111. I did some yoga on day 19. Cases in Lebanon are up to 663. I harvested my arugula. I mistakenly harvested some carrot tops, but I realized that those are good microgreens. I replanted tomatoes, and I realized my little dream of the earth ship has faded, but I do want to create a garden someday. I already have an urban garden here on 2 balconies, which I think is pretty cool. But hopefully someday the dream of land will still be there. I was able to talk to Hannah, which was great. So sad for her that her 22nd golden birthday is going to be held during lockdown. But I know she can persevere and be strong. And I know we can celebrate both her birthday and my graduation when we're together soon.